Why in the Morning family, like we said, Wednesday is the day we be celebrating queens all over. We just had an interview with the lovely Shiko Kaitani, and you know how she throws it down. Meanwhile, in studio with us, we have a lovely, lovely woman, phenomenal queen. She's doing amazing things, and I want to feel very welcome to studio.
Thank you so much.
You look amazing, first and foremost.
Thank you.
Tell us your name.
My name is Juliana Kitenge. I come from Makueni County.
Okay.
I'm a nurse by profession. I live and work in America. And apart from that, I run a charity whereby I help poor Kenyans who have kids battling cancer.
Okay. Where did this passion, or where is it a calling? Should I call it a calling?
I'm a nurse and I work with kids and I love children.
Okay.
And when I see them suffer, bothers my heart. And especially when they suffer from cancer. And what drove this first is my kid was sick one time. And when she was hospitalized for a long time, the kind of help I got from strangers bothered me. And I wanted to give back to the society.
Okay.
And I wanted to give back to Kenyans. So charity begins at home. That's why I came back to help my fellow Kenyans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where exactly is this?
This charity is based in America because that's where I live and work, but it helps people back here. Yeah.
Is there like a specific location that it caters to children, no?
No, I help all Kenyans in general. In my charity I have Luos, I have Kikuyus, I have Kambas, I have whole. I help everybody. I'm not specifically for Kambas because I'm a Kamba, but I have all Kenyans who have kids battling cancer and have poor families.
So if I wanted to be, say, you made it very clear that you help a particular bracket that is financially. Or maybe I should ask, how do you help these children? Yes.
Okay, so when I look at kids and I wonder, what kind of a smile can I put in a child's face? I think about a toy. I say a kid will play with a toy for a minute and just get done with that. And I thought about, what can I do to these kids? What can I give to these kids? And when I thought about, when I have a problem, I always go to my mom, even when I'm married and I have kids. And I thought about kids, you know, stay in Kenyatta for a year or whatever time without their moms. Because these families are not able to come to Kenyatta daily. You know, they don't have that kind of finance. So I thought, if I can get them financial assistance, that they'll be able to go see their kids every day, that kid will know every day when they sleep tomorrow, mom and dad will be here, or the mother doesn't go, then the dad goes. So that's my thing. What I do, I give them financial assistance. Financial assistance will be able to go visit their kids every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, if they can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to maybe branch out a bit. Has there been a personal experience in your life where you have had a loved one been affected by cancer?
Yes, I have a cousin of mine who lost their wife to cancer.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so, and I have friends who have even mothers or fathers battling cancer. But for me, for a child doesn't know why I'm poor. A child doesn't know why my mom can come see me. A child doesn't know to face, to voice out that I'm feeling the pain. Oh, mom, yesterday I didn't sleep good. The kid just sits there. They're brave, they're resilient, they fight to the last minute. But like me, if I get cancer or I'm sick, I will tell somebody today I don't feel good, or tomorrow I feel better. Oh, I can get to a point that I can say, oh, I think I'm not gonna make it. I can write a will. I can say when I die, bury me there or there. But a child cannot do that. So all what I wanna give to them is like their mom and dad. They can be with them until the last minute. If they lose the battle or won it, then they know that, those parents know that I was there for my child. Oh, someone helped me through this. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a specific type of cancer that affects children? Because I feel maybe in Kenya, how I perceive cancer is the one type of cancer that I see that's very, I don't want to say celebrated, but it's very focused on is breast cancer. And I don't imagine that's what children suffer from.
No, kids have different kind of cancers, like there are sarcomas, there are different kind of genetical cancers, things like those. And it's not, the awareness is not out there, for the mothers to know that when you see certain kind of a symptom, then it might be that. So that's why most kids are dying. Every day a kid dies of cancer, and people, they don't have the awareness like to know, okay, what is this swelling? It doesn't go away. What is this pain? It doesn't go away. This cough doesn't go away. Things like those. So kind of people overlook it, because sometimes cancer is not painful when it starts. You even won't realize. But when it realizes, when it goes on, then it becomes something different. Yeah, so.
Okay, in regards to your charity situation, I want to believe that a layman would imagine if you have a charity, that means you can afford to live comfortably, and now you have access, so you're being philanthropic. Do you have like a steady funding that goes just only into this?
Okay, when I started this charity, I started with my own money. I decided I'm going to help kids in Kenya. And what I did, I took part of my own salary and decided that money will go to a charity.
Okay.
I didn't even start it like that. But anything you do to humanity, it's kind of starts something up that you don't know how it starts it up. And out of the blues, my friends started asking me, Juliana, what do you do for fun? What do you do apart from vacationing? And I started saying, I help kids at home. Or I'll go to work and say, I lost a child. They say, how many do you have? And I'll say, no, it's a kid that I was helping who was battling cancer. And they wondered, how can we help? What can we do? Can $1 help? Because I live there. Can $2 help? Can $5 help? Can $10 help? So why I started this charity is because I wanted to separate their finances with my finances. That they know they're donating to Oningos when it's my charity. And that money is going to the right place. I have a job, and I'm stable. And I fund my charity most of the time. I've not campaigned for it yet. But, I'm getting more families, which have more, people are sick, people are out there in the rural areas. They can't afford even to visit a doctor because they can't afford the money. So I had a family lastly when I was coming here. The father dropped the child in Kenyatta for a year, and she couldn't afford $800 shillings, to come and visit a child. It touched my heart, and I asked this guy, what do you want? I said, I want to see my child because I don't want them to bring a coffin home. And I gave that man, I remember, 2,000 shillings to go to Kenyatta to see the kid and then go back home. So you can imagine the desperation these mothers and these fathers have. And that's what touches my heart because little money can go a long way. Yeah.
How many children did you start with?
I started with 3. But my thing was I wanted only one. I deal with the family, get done, and get another one. But turned out that wasn't the thing because every time they sit somewhere, how do you manage to come every day? Oh, there's a lady who gives me something small. And the story went viral. And I couldn't just shut my mouth. I couldn't tell them, no, I just take one. I had to accommodate them. And if I have little money that I can share amongst them, and if they can even see their kids 2 days a week, then that gives me some joy in my heart. Yeah.
Have you been in a situation where you've bonded with these children? And,
yes, I have. I talk to them every day when their mothers get in to check on them. They want to talk to me. They have a handy who's in America. They want to talk to. And I remember when I came last week, I went to see them and they were crying. They wanted me to go with them, but I can't. This one thing which touched my heart was that this one girl came on a wheelchair. And she worked so hard that when I come home, I can find her working. And the last day that I was departing from US, he said, I'm standing up now. When you come, you can find me standing up. And I can imagine, I say, oh my God, God can grant these kids what their wishes to get well and go home. It is so touching. It is so humbling. When they fight and they want to win, they wonder, what is this cancer? What is this, mom? I don't know what this is. Those kids have, their life has been taken away. They don't go to school anymore. Their life and their work is in Kenyatta. That's where they live all day. Their work is just to look at the windows and see, So it bothers me as little as they are, not knowing what they're battling, not knowing what is their fate, not knowing whether they will be there tomorrow, So I just want to make them smile. I just want to make them happy, just to know that there's somebody somewhere who we don't know who thinks about them. Yes.
The people, let's say your colleagues back in the States who live and work there, would they want to travel and come see the children?
Yes, they do. They really wanted to come, but I told them because nobody knew about the charity then, only the few people that I support. Now that I've gotten an opportunity to come and just share it out and just invite people to come, whoever wants to work with us and whatever you can do. It's not always money that can help. Those people want to hear something. When somebody is sick, it tells you, oh, I'm sorry for your loss, or I feel bad that you're going through this, but we're praying for you. They feel good. Imagine when I see them, I talk to them about, what, we can do all what we can, but God will do the rest. They feel nice. These mothers cry. They wonder, they don't know what this disease is. And every day they hope that they're going to go home. And every day a child passes, they think it's gonna be mine tomorrow.
Oh my
They have
God.
these fears. They tell me all these stories. You know, they open up to me that I feel, you know, I remember one woman telling me this, Juliana, I ask you this, what kind of a God will give you poverty and hard on a disease like cancer on you? I didn't have a word to tell that woman. Even after today, I've never answered that woman.
It's a very difficult question
It
to
is.
be asked.
It is. Because what kind of a God, really? I didn't know what to tell her. Because in the real sense, as a human, think about it. Here you are, you can't eat 3 meals a day. Here is a disease, which you have to be on medication, chemotherapy, and all these kind of things, and you don't have money. Then what? Then what? So when you hear these mothers talk, when you hear their struggles, their pain, their sorrow, they have, you know, they have committed suicide. They don't want to be here. Their children are suffering, you know.
You've had a case where a parent has committed suicide because they cannot take care.
They have tried 3 times. You know, I saved them. And, you know, I will ask them, okay, if you die now, let's say, for example, one wanted to throw herself across the street, I think in Kenyatta crossing. And then I happened to call her that time, and she said, you know, Mom, they call me Mom, by the way. I decided to end my life. Because they had stayed in Kenyatta for a year. You can imagine. I stayed with my kid for 1 week, and I wanted to go home. I was tired. And they said, I'm done. I just wanna die. And I asked her, imagine you're not there and your child is there alone. How that kid will feel your mom is dead and you're battling things. So when you know, because they say they don't have fare, they are walking from Kenyatta to town to save 20 shillings maybe for tomorrow. And that's what they do every day. You know, they tell me there are a group of them. They walk together in the evening and they walk together back in the morning to save 20 shillings, to save 30 shillings. They don't even eat, because all these mothers want is that they just want to see their kids. Because sometimes I tell them, okay, if you're staying somewhere and you can afford fare, then I can pay your house rent, and then you can, you know, go see their kids. They say, no, I'm staying with a friend. I don't care where I sleep, but I just want to see my child every day. Because you see, when they go to sleep, they're thinking, you know, will I find my child today or what? And you know, they see them when they deteriorate. They know where they are going, you know. And you know, when stories are out there, your cancer, you know, I had another person who had the same thing and they didn't make it. These are stories are saturated out there. So imagine in you, you know that I won't make it, my kid won't make it. Because if that person had the same and she died, mine won't do it. So their fears is just a matter of time. They're waiting that their kids are gone, you know. So they're just there. They're like zombies. They don't know. You know, when I call them every day, they tell me, today she has said something, but she's just there. You know, and you know, chemotherapy comes its own things too. You're vomiting, you're hurting, everything is a mess. So they don't differentiate what is getting better, because when you get chemotherapy, you get sick too. You know, so that is the problem. You know, so it is pathetic. It is pathetic.
And we're also talking about children, just
yeah, just the kids, just the kids. But when I grow up, you know, I'm intending to grow the organization that I can extend my hand to the poor people, even the adults too. But right now, my focus is on those little ones who don't know what the hell is going on with their lives, you know, and who don't know why were we born poor. They ask those questions. If you have a mind of a child, you can imagine how much questions they have in their minds. But they cannot tell you, because they don't like seeing their mothers feeling sad. When they look at, Mom, are you okay? Because they just wear that brave face just because they don't want their parents to feel bad. Yeah.
Okay, so assuming that Wine the Money family wants to lend a helping hand to your charity or organization, or if you have sponsors who are looking at the show and want to reach out, how can they get to you?
Okay, I'm working on a website, and currently I can put my numbers out there, my email addresses out there, and we can work together and see how we can help. They can donate to my charity, or we can link up and I can show them these families that they can be helping them, because they are within the vicinity. I'm out there. But my thing is, anybody who wants to donate, anybody who wants to, you know, join me, partner with me, and let's see how we can, you know, do to these kids, you know, whatever. I'm open to anything. I'm open to any ideas, anything that we can do to help these children. Yeah.
Do you have like a specific number? Or just
yes, I have a number. Yeah. So how do I say it?
That is your camera.
Okay. So I'm talking to those people who are a person like me, who wonder how do I help people in Kenya, how do I help people battling cancer. You can contact me. My number is 574-229-7576. My email address is Juliana, KIMUYU@yahoo.com. That's my number of where I live. So come few days I'll be flying out. So you can contact me through that number, and we can work together and make this nation and these kids happy. Thank you. Yeah.
What happens when you fly out? Now what happens to the kids then?
When I fly out, I'm going back on Monday, I usually talk to them every day. That is the one thing I've committed to. They have my number. They call me. They like to know how I am, how I woke up. And they like to tell me how their kids are, you know. And sometimes I lose them. And what I do, I usually help them too with, you know, some of them don't have anything. You know, I will pay their mortuary fee, or I will pay a vehicle to take the body home. But what I don't do, I don't pay bills. That is the one thing I don't do. Just do the financial things and just work with the families. And another thing, when they get done with that, the burial, I help them with the grief too. Because imagine they have lost everything. So if they can start up a business, if they can do something just to come back to where they were. You know, they grieve for some time, you can grieve. So I usually tell them, let me know what you want to do. You want to put a business somewhere for Sukuma Wiki, or want to sell clothes or anything, I support them. They'll become like a family. I'm trying to work on something that the people who have lost their kids can do something together. I want them to stay together, like, oh, we have lost kids, and then the ones who are battling cancer, the kids are battling cancer now, I want them to be together, to fight this together. So after those two groups, I just don't let them go. I just want to find something that they can stick together for life. It's just like a community that I'm trying to create. That these have lost one, they all know each other. But I'm appealing to people in Kenya, if you know somebody somewhere who is struggling, who can't afford to come to Kenyatta for treatment, who can't afford to go for an appointment because they don't have money, then that is the kind of work I want to do. You know, just remitting those finances for the M-Pesas and then going to see the doctors. Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Because when you focus on the family, it's in its entirety.
Yes.
When they're battling the disease, and let's say, God forbid, should they lose their children, the grief might make them want to, you know, resort to drastic measures.
It is hard. I tell you, if you're a mother, if you watch your child sit in a ward for a year, it saddens your heart. And for sure, you know, this kid is gonna go. And you know, you grieve for a long time. You know, and then another thing, they feel so shameful to ask me something because you have helped all this long. We don't wanna bother you anymore. So I'm trying to sensitize them, like, I want you to move on. I want you to get on something and just go back to your normal life. So that is the kind of things I want, and I just, it just bothers me. I just can wish. You know, I have so much that I can, you know, the whole Kenya is full of poor people who are suffering. And you know, poverty is poverty. There are many people who have excelled through poverty. But when sickness comes in, it's a different ballgame. Because you will try whatever you can to get your kid medicine. The doctor is saying this, the doctor wants this. You will borrow, you will sell what you have, the cow in that house, the chicken running around, the farm, just to make your child, you know. So you can imagine that. They sell until they have only the homestead. Some of them I have. That is what is left.
Just to sustain their children.
Yeah, because as a mother, you will fight, or a father, you fight to the last thing. You will borrow and borrow if people. And you know, as humans, we get tired. We give us, like, you know, we start saying, oh, huyu amegonjesha mtoto, oh, huyu has been in the hospital for a long time. Like, the society kind of moves on, and you're left with your burden. That's how we are as humans. You know, today I'll say, oh, I'm sorry for this and that. But then it's like you forget and start moving on with your life. You forget, oh, she had a sick child, or she had a sick mother, or she had a sick auntie, or whatever. So that's how life is.
In fact, I'll be expecting you to get over yourself. Like they've been
yes,
in hospital.
Exactly.
You just get over it. You know
exactly. And that's how life is. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Because imagine you, what do you think when you see somebody struggling? What goes through your mind? Do you say, ayaona mtu wa kumsaidia? Do you say, na huyu amengojeka siku nyingi? What comes through your mind? And put yourself in that shoe. What will you want people to do to you if you were in the same shoe? It's the same thing. Because what you do, it comes back. It may not be that person. It goes around, it comes back. You may not get cancer, you may get something else that you will need help. It's a give and take thing, you see. But people don't get that, you know. It's just like, here's your burden, umengonjesha, you know what I mean? That kind of a thing, yeah.
Okay. Again, I feel maybe the one thing that people focus on from outside coming in, they think Africa is just one big poverty-stricken country, first of all, not even a continent, just
right.
And the capital is South Africa. But I feel that maybe most initiatives come and they focus on HIV and AIDS. Why cancer?
Why cancer? Because, you know, previously cancer wasn't like this. You know, when we were living our days, you know, you could hear somebody died of cancer here and there. But think about now, how many people have died of cancer? Think about now, how many of them have been diagnosed and they're home because they can't even afford nothing. It's not only here. In America, it's the same too. But the difference is that America is different. You know, we are not in Kenya is a beautiful country. It's just that the logistics of things work different. America, they are middle class too. They are rich people too. They are people who are living. No, they are poor too. You know, in a way. So every country has its own kind of those rich, middle, the low income people. So it's not that people think like that. But here there are more poor people than some of the continents, you know, because, you know, you look at, you know, the way the slums and all this, they look at those things and say, oh wow, it is not Africa. That's a part of Africa they see, but there's the other part of Africa that they don't see. You see, yeah. But the initiative is like somebody has to initiate it, like I did. Somebody has to show them we need help here. There's cancer here. They don't have this, they don't have that. These kids are suffering. So that's how we know. I wanted to start it back home. I wanted to pay back to the society. You know, I could have helped the other world, the Asians and everybody, but I'm a Kenyan. And when I think about home, I think about those people that I know, that we grew together who are poor. And that's all the people I want to touch. Yeah.
By these initiatives, do you hold like conferences, or do you have talks, or do you have like flyers around like, yo, there are people in Africa, there are people in Kenya who are going through this and this and that?
No, when you run something, let me tell you something. When you do something to humanity, like now what I'm doing, it catches the eye of people. And they look at what you're doing and they get interested out of nowhere. Because most people, it's like when you give to the society, people are suffering. It catches the eye of many people like, wow, that is something. How can we help? You don't even have to solicit for nothing. They look at it and want to be part of such. Like now, our Facebook thing that I put it for Kenya to sensitize them about, oh, I do this. People are liking it. People want to associate with me. People want to work with me. People want to, I tell them, I'm open to anything. I'm just a founder of an organization that I want to work with people. I can do it alone. You know, many people, we can work together and make this. You can be a good listener. You can listen to them. You can counsel them. You can go visit. There are good prayers out there. People pray well. You know, so everybody can do one little thing, and we can become. And then Kenyans can know that, you know, we are poor, but we are sick, but people love us, you know. That heals them. That makes them feel nice. That, oh, these people think about us, even when they don't know us. It brings a kind of a feeling that is so fulfilling, that they feel, oh, we are together in this, even when they don't know who we are. That's the kind of feeling that I feel when they see me, when I help them. They wonder, do you have this much money that you can give us? Do you have nothing for yourself to do for yourself? That's the kind of questions they ask me. Because I don't tell them when I'm sending. I will decide one day I send it, a week I send. So they wonder, oh, then when they calculate how much money I've sent to them, they wonder, does this woman have something to do with the money? You know, but this money, but it is money that I've dedicated to them. And as much as I get it, they get it.
Do you have success stories of children who defeat cancer or survive cancer?
I have back in overseas, but not here. Yeah, but I hope we're going to have it soon.
Is that saying something about the state of our health care, or?
Yeah, it kind of, you know, let's be honest, it's kind of wobbly. It's kind of not right. It's kind of, you know, the way we do things is not.
What is lacking? Is it infrastructure? Is it that today the doctors on strike? Tomorrow,
those kind of things, you see, yeah, those kind of things, and you know, we gotta have some machines and machineries in there to get to treat these things, and medical, you know, and specialists and those kind of things. You know, there are people who are for that work. You know, like where I live, there are people who want to do that. There are people who have gone to school for that, exactly that. So I don't know about Kenya right now, but you know what I see is the specialists for this. They do specifically that, you know. So those are things that we lack in this country. Those are things that, you know, people should be campaigning for PET scan machines. You know, when they image you, they see where the cancer is. They know how fast and aggressive it is and how they can treat it. You know, those are kind of the things that this country needs.
Okay.
You know?
All right, there's so much to digest.
It is. It is a lot. It is a lot.
Where is your gratification?
Wow. I really, you know, what to say. I don't know what to say. But the thing is, what I say is very little things. Imagine $1, $1. $1 is 100 shillings. You may not buy a cup of tea, but a poor family, you give them 100 shillings, they'll shed tears. I gave a lady 1,000, and that lady cried. And I said, why are you crying? He said, I've never heard 1,000 shillings get one like this. I never believed myself that was 1,000 shillings. I never believed that. That lady in her entire life, she couldn't get that. And that made me, I don't know, I was touched in a way, and I said, you know, God blesses us for a reason. God gives us for a reason. And when I sit on what I have, it doesn't benefit me in any way. But I want to give it to somebody, even if I don't know that person. At least that God can see, you know, I did something to somebody who was struggling. Because if I was in the same shoe, I want somebody to help me too. So my thing is, I want to do this until God comes home. Because I've seen the impact little things go for people. You know, even getting them, they don't eat lunch. They come lay in those grasses in Kenyatta because they can't afford it. What they are trying to hide in the pocket is like, okay, these $50 shillings, I can go tomorrow, and then I can go Thursday, whatever. They are counting on the money to go see their kids. They don't eat. I'm hosting them on Saturday in my father's farm, and they'll be talking, they'll be, you know, giving their testimonies on what kind of impact I put in their lives. And I think some of your crews here will go with me, and people will see.
Where exactly?
At Bonnie. People will see the world that we don't see. When you get out of work, go home, eat, sleep. People who don't have 3 meals a day, but they're still strong. That is their daily life. And I tell people, I wasn't brought up with poverty, but I tell people what people call normal. To some people, it's not normal. You wonder how they survive.
Wow.
It's not normal. For you, you tell, you know, this is what I do in this. I eat 1 meal a day and I'm done. And that's okay. And they're very happy with their life. I like poor people because why? They will not ask you for anything. They will thank you for whatever you give them. They will never ask you for something.
It's not like Serikali said, dear remix. We will always want to be given. Yet
No.
we can do for ourselves.
Maybe the poor people, but the sick people, they are very timid. They will just, even if you tell them whatever, they just be there. They don't even tell you, Tosha or Metosha or Sina. They don't do those things. It's just up to you. Even if you give them a bob, oh, thank you, and then go.
A little goes a long way.
It goes. And that's what I tell my friends. A little goes a long way. And that person you gave didn't have it.
All right, now as we kind of wrap up the interview, we have 19 days and counting to
Yes.
the election day. And I hear you'll be going.
Yes, I'll be going Monday.
So maybe for the people, for us who are going to be around during the time, when we're kind of enforcing peace. This is a youth channel for the youth, by the youth, and targeted specifically for the youth. And we want to preach a message of peace. Would you give us like a sentence or two on the same? Yeah.
Okay. What I can say, we had election in America the other day, and peace is everything.
Sorry, can I just slide that in? Yo, you were there. Did you vote for Trump?
I didn't vote for Trump. Trump wasn't my cup of tea.
Thank you.
But
okay, but what happened? Like, what? How did what?
Because this is the thing. There are dyads of people, and you have to translate the thoughts to thoughts. So if you follow somebody, let's say for example Raila Odinga or Uhuru Kenyatta, you have to translate you to a vote. So I think all people did translate us to our votes, you know, to Hillary Clinton or whatever. So it was like Trump won because the dire Trump voted for Trump.
Yeah, I wanted the ticket to go ask you people, what is this that you have decided?
It wasn't us.
for our
I think we
lives?
kind of got fed up and we relaxed. We didn't go to vote. So what I'm telling to people is let's go to vote.
Go vote.
Go vote. Don't just go out there and do the rallies and go vote. Because you get a vote for whoever you want to be in your government. That is the thing. And if you don't vote, you put whoever you don't want.
Okay.
So get out there and vote. Peace, as we don't do violence. Americans don't. But, you know, we voice our grievances in different ways. I felt bad that Trump won. I made noise, but in a good way. In a good way, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you heard it from a queen herself who's doing amazing, amazing things. And she has given us contact information where we can find her to reach out and help in her charity organization. And on Saturday, she's going to have an event where you'll have testimonies of these children and probably their parents as well, yes?
Yes, the family is there.
And their parents as well. And like it's Barry Moore said, we're looking for August 9th. August 8th we vote, and then August 9th we continue with our lives because we cannot stop because we have voted or things have not happened the way we wanted to. So peace, basically, yes, peace. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be back with more of Why in the Morning.